And I think it says recording.
I
Oh,
think so. Yeah, maybe.
oh
Yeah.
snap! We're here. Yes. Good. That's like that was like I'm
Oh,
just like nervous. I was like, hey, what's gonna happen? Alex, oh my gosh, I'm
okay.
so pumped. Okay, so first of all, beautiful people, welcome back to Where the Light Lands. I'm your host, Jason A. Coombs, and today I'm joined by actor, singer, musician Alex Arlotta. I should ask you that. Is it Arlotta?
Arlotta.
Arlotta. Dang. Alex Arlotta.
Hey, it was
Arlotta.
close. It was the closest it's ever been.
And a New York City artist whose debut album, Gotta Start Somewhere, is now out on all streaming platforms. Alex is someone who's been building his creative voice across music and theater. And like I said, I'm so excited to talk with him about his journey. Alex, I'm talking about you in third person, even though you're here. Welcome to the show. Welcome to Where the Light Lands. This is like a new podcast. So thank you for bearing with me.
Yeah, of course. I'm so excited to be here.
Yes. So, like I said in our intro, you're an actor, singer, musician, and now you just released your album, Gotta Be Somewhere, which I've been playing since yesterday. I'm addicted. I was saying that before we press record, that it reminds me of
Yeah,
Jason Mraz, kind of meets Jason Robert Brown. So
yeah.
I'm curious, what are some of your inspirations for your album?
Well, you clocked a few of them, both of the Jasons, Robert Brown and Mraz.
Yes.
But another J I want to throw in there is the lovely, incredibly talented Janine Tesori. Um, especially some of her, her beginnings of her work, where she like I love being this kind of chameleon that she sort of inspires me to be. She can like write anything, so I look
Yeah.
up to people like that who can really just throw anything at the wall and try different genres and things, and it's truly incredible. Um, what I'm hoping to follow up with,
Yeah, for sure. I love that so much. So let's think back to before, back to the beginning of your journey, before you created your first album and before it's been streaming everywhere. What was like the first thing that kind of sparked your interest in being a storyteller, a creative?
it was probably when my parents went through the regimen of figuring out what to do with this child that runs around and sings all day, and they're like, "Oh, he should play baseball." And like I would literally be sitting in I think it's called the outfield. You can see how good I am at this. Sitting there, literally like picking flowers, and they're like, "Okay, I think he needs to do something else." So
Oh,
it was a little bit of self-discovery. It was the partial like let's throw this kid in the theater, partially we had like a family piano that was like passed down from generations, and I would just sit down,
okay.
and it was kind of like just like the whole thing with like a monkey and a typewriter, where I sat down and eventually churned something out where I was like, oh, you know what, I kind of like doing this. Let me keep doing this. And so I've sort of kept that with me throughout theater school. And when I decided not to be
Yeah.
an actor, I was like, oh yeah, I want to keep creating things. This is kind of fun.
Oh my gosh. Okay, cool. I love that. I love that. That's so I did love that your parents were able to kind of help guide you, right? They like, had the piano in the house. They saw that baseball probably wasn't your thing, and they were like
Yeah,
didn't force you to do it. You know?
no, exactly. They were so supportive.
Aw, that's incredible. That's incredible. So you said you're a New York boy. I was reading something because I've been doing a deep dive, and you said you're never leaving. What is
No,
it about New York?
I've been pretty much New York adjacent. Hudson Valley kind of counts. I would always take the train up, have this beautiful
Mm,
view, and then get to the city and be just so overwhelmed in such a positive way, where it's like, you know what? Everything's expensive. I'm like gonna cry every day about figuring out if I can get a bagel, but like I feel like there's just nowhere else I can be. It like truly is the cliche, like, you know, I'm the new girl in New York, but I don't want to leave. Like I really do
yes,
love it.
yes. You're in your thoroughly modern Millie era.
Exactly.
Wait, do you
Yeah.
know that show? I feel like all people don't know that show anymore.
Yeah. Yeah. I'll even wear the outfit just to make sure like I truly am in the era.
Yeah, you're 1920s. We'll go back 100 years to the other 20s. No, I love that. New York is such a special place. Like I was born here, but I didn't get to grow up here. But I've got to live here for a couple years now, and there's something about here. It's like the energy here is incredible. The I think it's really true. Like if you can make it here, you can make it anywhere because people here
Yeah.
we grind, right?
We're up on the subway at 7 a.m. ready
Oh
to
my
go to
gosh.
Ripley or wherever we have to go.
Right,
Yeah,
right. I lived in LA, and like there's something about like living in a place like that, which is, beautiful, of course, but like
yeah.
that's not a city where you want to grind in, It's like if I'm living in LA, I want to relax and chill. I don't want to like be on the hustle. But New York, it's like we are hustling here.
Exactly. Yeah, get out of my way. I'm walking here. All of that.
Right, right.
Yeah.
So the title "Gotta Start Somewhere" feels very honest and feels very vulnerable. What does that phrase mean to you right now in this moment of your career?
It's so funny. So I released the album, and then there was a whole Michigaste, or a whole fight into get with myself to figure out how I can even encapsulate the album. And then that titular song came out, and
Right,
I'm literally writing to myself like, don't be impatient, slow the f down. Like it's okay. Like you have your whole life ahead of you, maybe
right.
against me. I don't know.
No,
Um, and I feel like maybe I thought I knew something back then, because I'm like, I'm being so repulsed at it, and I'm like, I'm sure you feel this too, where you go back against yourself, like, is this really for me?
mm,
Like, am I really meant to do this? Like, I'm really
right,
struggling this week. Like, should I try something else? But
right.
I really try to look back at it and just really use it as momentum to keep going.
Ah, I love that. Thank you for sharing that. I feel like a lot of people do come to that crossroads, and I feel like because I'm a little bit older now, and I feel like I never
Yeah,
understood that. It's like I've always wanted to be an actor since I was like 6 years
yeah,
old. I saw
yeah,
Whitney Houston in The Bodyguard. I saw Will Smith in The Fresh Prince of Bel Air. Like I was like, I have to make people feel like how they made me feel as a kid. But I feel like, post pandemic, the world has changed so much. And sometimes I'm like, oh, do I really want to keep grinding like this? I still want to be pushing it. And then like 9 times out of 10, I'm like, yes. But there are some moments where I'm like, is it worth it? So I feel like that's something that's doesn't go away, right? It's just something that's a kind of a question. But if it's what you want to do, what you're meant to do, then you're gonna find a way to do it.
yeah. Absolutely, the voice will be lingering in your head. You have the
Mhm.
two angels, but hopefully one of them just had a bigger breakfast, or is just a little bit louder.
Right.
Yeah.
So you recorded most of your album on your own, right? You kind of did you crowdfund for it? Like how did you get it produced?
It was a interesting situation. So
Yeah.
I was in grad school, and I went to a graduate school where they had this built-in recording studio. And
Oh,
so
okay. Where'd you
we
go
had
to
our
grad school?
I went to Berkeley. It's called Berkeley
Yes.
NYC. It was 10 months, and it was the craziest 10 months of my life. Oh my god.
Yeah.
We were writing an entire show, and had got to like fully produce a little chunk of it, a little snippet.
Mm,
I was, writing things for classes, here and there. And then on
right.
top of that, I'm like, oh my God, free studio space. I'm gonna go make something. Why
Right.
not? I don't know. Like, I wanted to leave with something tangible, because like, who knows? It could be 20 years until something I write sees the light of day. So I'm like, why
Yeah,
not?
yeah.
Why not push it out?
I love that. And what did that process teach you about trusting your instincts, right? Kind of like figuring it out because it feels like I never made an album. I'm not a singer, but I feel like it's not something you can just do overnight.
Oh no, and I really tried to. Trust me. My girlfriend had to calm me down and be like, "It's okay. You have the full term. You have 9 10
Right.
months. Like, it's okay." So
Right.
I as somebody, who has ADHD and trouble focusing, on top of, being a college student, and,
Mm,
even then, like, I really had to like be able to trust the balance of everything. And like, it's okay. I might only get a little bit of a song. I might only get just the basis to record that day. They might cancel on me, and I might try something, but like,
right.
trust the process. It will happen. I
Trust
promise.
the process, be flexible and adaptable, it sounds like.
Exactly. Yeah.
Wow. I love that. And you collaborated with some pretty incredible people. Alexa Green,
Oh my
Diego
God.
Enrico, Julie Benko, who
Yeah.
I've known for
Oh,
a long time.
oh no way.
Yeah, we did a show together a very long time ago when I was young and fresh in Connecticut, where I'm from. So
Oh,
we go
sweet.
way back. But
Yeah, all right.
how did you make those connections to get such an awesome roster of people to collaborate with?
I was with Julie Banco. I just ran right on the stage, and like, no, I wish, I think I was just hearing ramblings about her, and I saw her in Funny Girl, and I was absolutely
Oh,
blown away. And I
incredible,
was like,
right?
this kind of like up and comer voice that I really need. And so I emailed her, and like, to my surprise, she emailed right back. was happy to do it. We got on a little Zoom. She like played it
Oh,
out on the piano and sang it. And then that was sort of one of the moments for me where I'm like, okay, like
wow.
this is what I'm meant to do. Look at what she can transform my words and music into.
Great.
It's incredible. And then Alexa and Diego were both. I met them when I was in undergrad as an actor. Diego was in the class below
Nice.
me.
Wow.
This scrappy little guy. And Alexa is still one of the faculty voice teachers
Mhm.
there.
Oh,
And
wow.
I've gotten to work with them since, and like I can't let them go. They're too amazing. But you know, whatever
Yeah.
Broadway, it's fine. You know, whatever. It's you know. So,
Oh
but I
yeah.
had him first. I had him first. I'm just
Yeah,
saying.
yes, yes. You did. You did. Um, I guess
Yeah.
how does collaboration kind of shape the way you approach your music? Like, are you someone who's like, okay, I wrote this and it kind of has to be sung like this way? Like, are you open to collaboration? Are you open to people interpreting your words in a different way? Like, tell me all about that.
Oh, I'm so open for it. Especially, you know, when
Yeah.
it was the first time, like other than like a scratch demo with friends, like when I really brought in these professionals with me, I didn't really know what to do. I was so scared. I didn't want to overstep my boundaries, but
Right.
it was like I don't know. I don't. It was like we found this nice. I don't know why I'm thinking of like table tennis, but we really found a nice rhythm of like going back and forth. And oh, I really like this. Or sometimes like I've had
Mm,
so many moments where not only singers but like musicians will riff or do things that are different than what I wrote. Which first I'm like, come on, but
yeah.
it's it's like it wouldn't be the same without them. It's I
Right.
I really sometimes I don't think of it as like my album. Like it's my foundation, and like everybody else brought the roots and the fruits and oh the
Mm.
rhymes, you know, and all the and they you know and they really brought everything on top of it that I could not do on my own.
Yeah. Yeah. That's how I feel about because I'm a filmmaker too. So I feel like that's how
Oh yeah,
making a film, you can't it's not a one person job, and I feel like even though I guess you can sing and play all the instruments and
yeah,
just record it yourself, but I think there's something special about being open to collaboration and hearing people take their own riffs on things.
yeah. Wait, you do? I need to know about your films and things. And after this,
Oh,
you do so many things. This is crazy. It's
I
awesome.
do too many things. I'm trying to cut back on things to be honest. But we'll definitely chat more. But yeah,
Okay, cool.
yeah, I've always wanted to be an actor. And then like, I moved to New York and I was acting and I was auditioning for like under fives a lot. And then I had a really cool teacher who was like, "You're funny. You should write more." And I started writing more, and then I started like filming things I wrote. So I became an independent filmmaker, and I'm still doing it. I'm doing a lot more writing now because filming takes a lot of money,
Yeah.
as you probably can imagine.
Oh yeah.
But it's fun. I in everything that I do. I know it's not about me; it's about you. But I just try to
No, please
like
stop.
I'm all about just really I love collaboration. I love storytelling. I love being able to uplift people who need to be uplifted. That's why I really wanted to start this podcast. And I love working with people. I love just telling stories. It's just like I'm gonna be like 100 years old, hopefully, and still hopefully just like jumping around, bopping around, doing shit. Because
Exactly. You'll be in the chair with the camera, like I'm gonna hold this until the day I
right,
die.
right. Life is weird, man. You gotta enjoy it. You gotta like do stuff that brings you joy. You gotta find your light. Bringing it back to our podcast.
Exactly. Find the light. Gotta start somewhere.
Exactly.
It's all in there.
It's very true. So I mean, I don't have kids yet. I'm not sure if you do, but
I, I have two little fur babies. I don't know if that counts,
oh,
but
are they kittens? The
actually
cats?
they're. Wait, let me see if I can get the camera. All right, this is the world. Your first time you're seeing. So
Oh yeah,
this one's Martini, the little tuxedo, and then this one's Denali.
martini. Yeah.
I got them with my girlfriend about almost 3 years ago now, and it's
Oh,
I like grew up with cats, but man, it is a real testament to like what children are like. At least maybe like children light. I don't, it's not the same, but
right.
it's definitely gonna give me a lot of ideas of what it might be like.
So funny. They're so adorable. I was going to try to transition into a question about choosing your favorite song, and I went on a tangent
Okay,
about
transition.
children. Yeah, yeah. I kind of messed up that transition. I was gonna be
No,
like, it's probably like trying to choose your favorite kid, but do you have like favorite song on the album, or a couple favorites that you want to highlight today?
Oh man, around the spot. It really.
Or I can tell you mine if you want to hear mine first.
Oh, you know what? Yeah, let's turn it
You want to
around.
hear mine?
Well, what is
Okay.
it?
So the one with, and I'm gonna get her last name
Yeah.
wrong probably because I ruined your last name. But Kaylee Capaldi?
Yes.
Did I say that? Did I
Yes.
say that right?
Kaylee Capaldi. Yeah.
Is that Don't Say Goodbye?
Yes.
Love. I mean, that one was just like, this is the real deal. Like, this guy's the real deal. I love
Oh.
how epic it sounds, and it was like so uplifting, and her voice, like, I told you I'm a fan of Whitney Houston, right? And she
Yeah.
has that diva voice. I was like, I was in. You locked me in a weird way. I feel like
Oh. Yeah.
I'm a weirdo, so I connected to that.
Yeah.
And that one was like giving me a lot of Jason Mraz vibes in a way. I was like,
Yeah.
I was feeling it. I was feeling that. And I guess The Memories with Julie Benko, because I mean her voice sounded incredible, and it was giving kind of movie theme song in a way. Like it definitely was pulling at the nostalgia for me.
Oh my God, that's all right. Maybe I'll say those are my favorite three today. I don't know. Yeah, but thanks for those are you picked some nice highlights.
Yeah.
A little thing about like each of them. Don't Say Goodbye. I was talking about in the show I just did at the Green Room, where
Yes.
as I mentioned, as somebody who's a little neurodivergent and is sort of when I was on the precipice of like grad school or
Yeah.
adulting or adulthood, I'm like, what's going on? What do I do? And all these negative
Right.
thoughts flow in, as we feel, and so this was sort of my homage to trying to figure out how to move forward and be positive. And it was
Right.
it was I couldn't have done without Kaylee. Oh my God, she like went and did whistle tones and everything. I'm like, this is like,
I was like, girl.
hopefully this can become an anthem for something there, or hopefully people can feel uplifted by it and
Yeah.
not be like my friends and make fun of the lyrics like, wait, you don't live till you die. Yeah, duh. Like that's not the point. It's just feel the moment.
Feel the moment. And tell your
Exactly.
friends, don't be haters.
Don't be haters. And then in a weird way was sort of wonder who it was based on. But it was about meeting my partner and like meeting the one person who because
Get you.
try meeting people or flirting and I do it in a very that's a way that only she would accept. So it was nice being able to find the person who you can really vibe with, and I thought she deserved maybe a little something.
Love that.
And then I gotta say, The Memories was one of the songs that and like one of the country songs, which like crazy. I don't know why there's country in there. It's this thing.
Oh, I
works
like
out
that. I like that one.
strange
It
way.
was like a little double entendre on
Yeah.
I was like, oh, okay.
But it was sorry, brain fart. You made me sound smarter than I feel, and so I was like, oh, I need to come up with something nice and
No,
smart
man,
to
you're
say.
perfect.
But it kind of just came out of nowhere. It was it was maybe sort of pulling from my own, but just seeing other relationships and at various stages in their lives, and
Mm,
I think I just caught a melody on the LAR and I just kind of ran with it, and it's has never been the same since. And a big shout
yeah.
out to my collaborator from grad school, Josh Iger, who made my crappy tuna can or whatever the term is, back of the shampoo bottle lyrics into something that was a little more palatable. So again,
No,
collaboration. I can't do
love
it.
that. Yeah, no, thank you for sharing that. Like, I am someone, and I hate this about myself, where sometimes I get into that negative talk, right? And it's like, it's hard to stop it sometimes. It's like, know it's wrong, and I tell other people not to do it. But like sometimes it's like, oh fuck, like this is how I'm feeling today. So I think that song just really like resonated with me for that. And it's like, hey, stop being a jerk to yourself, like
Yeah,
thank you.
so much
Thank you for
more.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh,
Let's talk about Green Room 42.
oh yeah, that.
I guess the New York City has like so many great just like spots for cabarets and for like
Oh, yeah.
artists like yourself to like get in front of an audience, right? And like develop new work and I'm sure people have thoughts I want to share with you, but I guess what does performing in an intimate cabaret space allow you to express differently than like maybe being in like a traditional musical theater show?
That's a great
Is that a
question.
stupid question? I don't know.
What?
Is that a
No, that
stupid
was
question?
great.
I don't know.
I love it. No,
Oh,
it
good.
was
Okay.
actually because I don't think it was in the press release or I mentioned it anywhere, but I originally did it a couple of years ago at 54 Below, and
Yeah.
I was like so excited. The album just released. I went a little overboard. I hired an 8-piece band. So many people came. You know, I was like
Yes.
sweating. I was like Niagara Falls in my suit. I got like a little suit and everything. And I was like, God help me if I get through this. Like, I'll see you on the other side. Um,
Niagara Falls in my suit though. That's hilarious.
yes, maybe that's like that could be a song title or something.
That can
We'll
be.
marinate on that. But so that felt a little bit closer to a theatrical piece because I think I was really just trying to push and make everything as big as I can. But then with
Right.
the green room, I got to do all that, and then I was figuring out like you know as like my professors would sort of talk to us about theater, like, can you do this on a $0 budget, a $10 budget? Like, what is the minimum
Mm,
amount you need to really be able to convey all that's that you want to say? And
right.
so it was just me and a couple of friends. A good amount of people showed up, and I really just wanted to get into the weeds of not just the album, but like why I'm doing this. A little bit more about who I am for those who don't know, and sort of like what is my journey leading up to this, and here's kind of the
Mm,
bookmark and what's going forward after that. So it
right.
was a real nice contrast, and now it was a nice barometer of knowing, okay, this is how we're going to do it next time. We don't have to go crazy. Yeah.
Oh, I love that for you. I'm like so impressed with you. Like I don't know. I hope it doesn't
Uh,
sound condescending because like I'm
you're
not
like,
trying.
I love that for you. I'm like, oh,
No, I do like because I mean, secretly, like who doesn't want to be like a singer, right? Like who doesn't want to like be on
oh
stage in front
yeah,
of people? So like the fact that you get to do that, and the fact that you're like creating like your own music, like music that's gonna be here like longer than you probably will be. I feel like that's so incredibly meaningful and special and impactful. And I'm like, wow, I can't wait to see what's next for you because
oh,
you're killing it.
thanks. Isn't it like crazy though how we sort of end up going back to our roots? Like, we both want to
Mm,
be actors. I had to somewhat perform to some extent because like, being egged on and like being encouraged to do all this and like we're
yeah,
talking on the podcast. Like, it's kind of cool how it's, we carry the training with us. It's not just
right.
like we spent 4 years like, rolling around on the floor and reciting Shakespeare and Simlish or something. I don't know what we did, but it's kind of nice that it carries on.
Right, for sure, for sure. So you described your album as an album of that's a story of persistence, if I got that correct, right?
Oh, is that what I said? Yeah, that's what I said.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I've
sure.
read so many things. I was on your LinkedIn, I was on your Facebook, I
Oh,
was
not the LinkedIn. I
I
forgot.
was
I
doing a
forgot
deep dive,
like who
Alex.
uses
I was
that,
like
but yeah, okay.
um maybe you can share maybe some moments along your journey where being persistent, right, not giving up kept you going. Like what kept you going?
It's a great question. What kept me going throughout all of it?
Yeah, I'm sure it's not easy to do what you do.
It. I think just the very fact that it was happening, like up until
Mm,
then, I hadn't really created anything, like or really put anything out there. And I know it's not like a multi-million-dollar film where it's like I created this avant-garde piece that hangs in the MoMA, but I was so excited to have something that was mine and that I get to share
mm,
with the world sooner than I thought. Like I was so
right.
happy writing theatrical pieces, and I'm still working on it. I can't wait to show it eventually, or other things here and there. But it was just, I think, just the pure momentum and just the very fact that I was like no longer afraid to kind of share with the world. Like this is how my mind works. I
Yeah.
just the gosh darn spirit of it all kept me going through it. And I feel like the songs were a good reflection of there's like a mix of like random things that I wrote and things that are but I feel like I feel like the album itself kind of describes like how I was feeling and
Great.
how I was trying to keep myself going forward with it.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you for sharing that. So on this show, it's called Where the Light Lands, and this is a question I ask
Ooh.
all my guests. Can you take us back to a moment in your personal life or maybe in your career where you kind of felt the light land on you and you realize like this is the path I have to take. I have to step into my light and this is where I'm going. This is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna stick it in New York. I'm gonna like hit the pavement still. I'm gonna produce my own show at Green Room 42. I'm gonna release this album. I'm gonna email Julie Benko and be on my album. I mean, that takes courage, you know. So what was that moment for you?
Okay, so there was more than one, but the one that's sticking with me right now, and I was so happy I got to tell this story at the Green Room.
Yeah.
I was writing, it was the very beginning of when I was writing Don't Say Goodbye, and I was in that moment of like this whole whirlwind of figuring out what to do. And I was sitting at my piano, and my roommate at the time, who was also a writer, was like across the hall, and it came to me the very first little sort of melody or phrase in the beginning of the song, and I heard him get up, walk around, look, get to me. And at this point, we had shared like a couple of things back and forth, but I played it. He looked at me, and he was like, "Alex, that feels like a real song."
Yes.
Of course, like, oh, it's so sweet, but also, like, what? I had shared more things with you. Like, were those like, was that just for fun? And some of those things were on the album. So, but it was
Right.
it was just that double entendre of like, you know what? Yeah, this is where I'm meant to be, and like, it's gonna be an interesting road, but it's the only one I want to take.
Yeah. You gotta shout out your roommate. What's his name?
My roommate.
Yeah, your older. Yeah.
This was when I was in undergrad. It was my roommate, Danny Bay.
Shout out to Danny.
Shout out to
Bay.
Danny. You know, honestly, it was. We haven't spoken in a while, so I hope he's doing okay. He's busy getting real jobs and things, and like not trying to do the artist path. But you know, it's people like that who sometimes you know cross paths with a couple of times, but they really they change your life for the better. So it's
Facts.
I'm happy it happened.
Love that. Shout out to Danny Bay. Thank you.
Shout out. Yeah.
All right. So this part of the interview is called Scoring the Moment. We're gonna do a quick segment. If your life was a movie right now, I want to know what songs would be scoring the scenes of your movie. Does that make sense? Did I say that? Did I say that right?
Okay. Like, is it like the overall arc or like this moment in my life? Like what?
Yeah, I'm gonna ask you like for specifics, I think.
Oh, okay, okay.
So like, what song would be playing during the opening credits when it's like title Alex's story? I don't know, whatever it is. Something more interesting than that, but
you know, I think I really want to grab people's attention. So like the classic, whatever the Fox or da 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 da. Sorry if you get caught.
Yes.
Right. But like if there was like a nice little remix of it, maybe like a little like bossa nova remix, or you know, we get a little techno with it. Like it's, you know, those movies where it's like slightly different, and you're like, oh, okay, we're in for a ride. So I think a little twist on a classic intro would be kind of nice.
Okay, I love that. I love that. How about a song that was maybe playing when you got into grad school?
What's the yoo-hoo, I can't remember it. I don't know. It just, that's what came to mind. It's the the classic. Oh, the Celebrate. I can't remember who wrote
Celebrate Good Times. Come on.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And we're
yeah. Okay, I was like,
going top billboard. You know, we're not pulling out the deep cuts.
I love that. How about the song that played when you decided that you got to start somewhere? Like you're like, okay, I have this time. I'm in grad school. I got this free studio. I'm gonna make it happen.
There's I'm pretty sure I'm getting the artist right. There's a song called "Will It Go Round in Circles" by Billy Preston. I want to say that's his name. Will it go round in circles? Yeah. And he's like, I have a dancer that has no steps. I have a singer with no melody. We're kind of flying in blind, but you know, it's gonna happen. You know, we'll go around in circles, sure, but we'll find a way.
We'll find a way. Oh yes. Yeah. Okay, that's a really good one. How about I don't want to like blow up your spot and drop names if you don't want me to, but how about when you first met your girlfriend?
Oh man.
I told you I was on your Facebook, so I did a little stuff.
You're like, oh, there, she's real. I feel like I promised. I know it's a newer one, but I have been absolutely obsessed with Bruno's Romantic album, and I think I think it's called Risk It All. Is like the first track. It's like as soon as I met her, I was like, I would do anything for you. Like I will probably annoy the hell out of you, but like I promise this is all from a place of love. I would risk it
Right.
all.
Oh, I love that. Okay, I got three more.
Hey,
What song would play after finishing your first 50? Wait, was 54 Below was the recent one, right? Was your most recent one?
that was Green Room was the
Green
more
was your most recent one. Okay, let's do that one. What song would play after finishing your Green Room 42 show?
I know it might sound uh not what's the word? Not in the way that it's intended, but all by myself because I was like
Oh,
I was so happy to perform, but I'm ready
yeah.
to be all by myself writing and get me out of the spotlight for a little bit. I need to recharge.
Recharge.
Yeah.
Wait, when's your birthday?
December 8th.
Oh, okay, Sagittarius.
Yeah.
Got it.
Whatever that means. I don't know. It's,
I don't believe in most of that, but sometimes I do. I know a lot of Sagittarius, so that kind of tracks.
okay.
Okay. um, what song would play during the hardest part of your journey so far, or the most challenging part of your journey?
Hmm. That's a good uplifting.
Yeah.
All right, might be a self plug, but
Yes.
maybe don't say goodbye, or I'm sure something will come to me right after the interview, and I will send you 40 emails like, please put this ADR, like write this in and have it. But something along the lines of that, or even gotta start somewhere. Like I sometimes,
Yeah.
you know, play it for myself. Not to, trust me, it's not to hear myself sing. It's to it's just I'm really trying to like ingrain that in me, instill it in me. Like there's a reason it happens.
I love that. I love that so much. And then I guess what song's gonna play during the closing credits?
Um,
How are you gonna leave people?
is the closing credits like now, like the present, or is the closing credits like
Ye-
when I have the cane and I'm all decrepit? Like,
Either or. I'm gonna say now because I feel like you're gonna have some sequels. You're gonna
no,
have like.
okay. I don't. I don't. Is it a Sondheim song? Wait till you see what's next. The wait till you see what's next.
Oh
What's
yeah,
around the bend. What's some? If
I
it's
think it
not
is Sondheim.
whoever wrote it, shout out to you. But
Right.
it would be that one. A nice little, yeah. Something's around the bend.
Yeah, I love that. Well, thank you for indulging me in that. I hope that was fun for you as it was for me.
Oh, that was crazy. I know I said no deep cuts, but sorry. It's whatever came to mind.
No, I love a deep cut. I love a deep cut for sure. So we're almost at the end. I appreciate you taking time to chat with me today, for just being so genuine and open, and sharing a little bit of your journey. But I do like to do this thing called a light check, and it's just something I want you to share something that's kind of currently fueling your creativity. If it's like a movie or a book, a podcast, I don't know, anything.
There's a shout out to one of my professors when I was an undergrad. Formed their own little theater company, and I'm pretty sure I'm pronouncing it right. It's called the Liminal Theater Company. Um,
Yeah.
my lovely friend and mentor Azudi created it, and I just got to do a little. It was like a celebration, I think, of 1 year of the theater company existing, and their
Mm,
main focus is to provide. Azudi, I'm so sorry if I get this wrong. I don't remember his speech entirely, but it was to get like collegiate level training for underprivileged kids, as well as
yes.
developing new works for BIPOC voices and those who might not get the chance to do it. And it was
Yes.
like it was so nice to be there, and like we were in like a church in like the basement of Manhattan, but and there might have been 20 or 30 people there, but that was like the most energetic crowd I've ever seen, and like the group
Love
of
that.
people I got to work with. We're doing this on like a shoestring budget, and if this
Yeah.
is what theater is, like I'm so happy I get to be a part of it. Like we're just being messy, throwing paint at the wall, and it's just it. I wish I could chase that feeling again. It was so nice, and so check them out if you can. They're incredible.
Can you say the name one more time?
The Liminal Theater.
The Liminal Theater. Yes, let's shout them out. Let's go support.
Yeah, yeah. Go
Um,
stalk them after me.
and then just one word for how you feeling now, like post interview. Give me a word, like a word to describe where your light is right now.
A little sweaty. I'm gonna be honest. Just a little, a
Are you
little,
Niagara Falling
a
right
little
now?
bit. I'm a little bit. It's the river's making its way, but it's a good sweat. It's I always with the interviews and performances, I'm like, this is why I chose not to be an actor, but it just I don't know. When I get to like talk to people like you who just make me feel like so warm and welcome,
Oh,
it makes the whole thing worth it. And so sweaty
thank
but
you.
happy.
That's okay. I still give you a hug if you
Okay,
were
cool.
in
Yeah.
person. I wouldn't mind. Cool. So as we close out, tell me really quickly, as people discover your album who are gonna like listen to it now, because I feel like you did a really good job talking about it, getting people pumped for it. What do you hope they take away from listening to the album for the first time, and where can they find it, and where can they find you to support you?
All right. The first part of I mean, listen, if a couple producers or some higher ups listen to it, want to hire me, I won't be mad. But it's
Yes.
really for anybody, whether it's like you're just a casual music or theater lover, or somebody who might be neurodivergent or a little different from the crowd. Like,
Mm,
just don't be afraid to be yourself, and and let it out. Some people might not like it. Some people will say things, or some people just flat out ignore you. But there will be somebody who will connect to it. And so as long as that happens, that'll make me happy. So to all the weirdos out there, all the everyone who feels like they might not belong or be a little different, or a little crazy, but this is for you.
yeah.
Anyone who's afraid to start something, just do it.
Yes. Gotta start
Exactly.
somewhere.
The truck agrees. Like, just do it.
That's
Oh,
so
and
funny.
oh, sorry, I forgot. I'm pretty sure it's out anywhere where you stream music. Spotify, with Deezer. I don't know who uses that, but like
Mm,
anywhere you can pull them.
This is on Spotify, so it's definitely there.
Okay, cool. I'm glad it's still
Um,
there.
and where can people find you? What's your social media, website, all the good things?
It's just
Yay.
my name, alexarlotta.com. Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, if you want to. It's just my name, Alex Arlotta. So good.
Yes. Okay, profesh.
Yeah, but fine. Gotta keep it clean. One name.
Yes.
So
Yes.
yeah, come
Yes.
find
I
me.
love that. I love that so much. And for those of you who are Alex fans who are just tuning in and discovering me, my Instagram is Jason A. Coombs. I am also on LinkedIn. For some reason, it's also the same. But you can find me, Jason E. Coombs, on all the social media stuff, and Where the Light Lands Pod on Instagram and Facebook and on YouTube. And yes, thank you so much for sharing your story with us today, Alex. Hearing about your journey, it was just so cool to like listen to the album and then get to talk to you. That's really, really, really special. So, just you have such a great reminder. Your album is such a great reminder that every artist begins somewhere, and persistence and passion can just lead you to really beautiful places and make some really beautiful connections. So, thank you, thank you, thank you, and thank you all for tuning in as well.
Thank you. Thank you so much for having me.
Of course.